game one that you had quite the lead in. It's got to feel a bit rough, right, having to pick yourself back up after that.
Yeah, and they've also gone for a bit of a slower paced draft, going for the Void here this time around. And I like that the panel touched on a lot of things that I was going to talk about too, right? The Void, the Primal Beast, playing into the Willow, playing versus these Roots definitely can be problematic until you have that BKB in particular on Primal. It can really be hard to play. So a much slower paced draft, and as they finished up at the end there in the panel too, quite an inverse that we have from the last game. So let's see how it ends up going down. DM playing a core Undying that we don't get to see too often.
We'll see. I mean, because what you're saying that lane combo that they've ended up with, the Cotton Undying, should be pretty nasty for Ooredoo in the laning stage to deal with.
Could be pretty annoying. Time dilation, though, is going to definitely excel in this lane. If he does, I imagine he's going to get a point.
He's got to get a point
at 2 or 3 for sure. I believe that the interaction still happens with Illuminate, where you get it's double. It's 2 stacks of the dilation, because Illuminate is Illuminate plus release, so it's actually 2 spells. So that could be at least a little bit of extra stuff. And let's see how it all goes down. I'm actually, last game I actually preferred Ooredoo's draft a bit. This game I do prefer OG's. So we'll see how that does.
Bounty rooms here to start for OG.
I'm gonna be looking at top a lot. I mean, it's cool how they put the lanes like this. I like that they did too. You know, instead of putting Taiga with an Undying, which doesn't really make too much sense, they have this Coddle down there so you can pump him up, keep him always full with mana, so they can put pressure. Of course, load cooldown and decay. And Taiga, he can stop the trample. He can stop the charge. He can put this Primal Beast in place to hopefully ensure Yuragi's farm for them.
Now, mid lane. Any chance that we see one of these two get ahead in the matchup?
Yuragi, oh! Stuns himself. Whoopsie. Mid lane. I mean, BZM is very comfortable in this matchup, so I think he should be pretty okay. Noob maybe comes out slightly ahead, but...
Oh, that's it. I mean, yeah, Noob also, of course, on one of his kind of a heroes through, patch through patch, team through team. He's always bringing out the mid tiny.
He might come out a little bit ahead, especially with this first wave going this way.
Yeah.
Getting those 2 denies, that's pretty significant when you're able to get that early. So maybe Noob now will actually have a even better time than that.
See down the odds here, provided to us by our partner, esportsbet.io. They're keeping this one even, as close as it gets.
That's cool. And it is time dilation, actually, it's skilled at 2. Yeah, no funny business. Dodge there, dilation. It is the 2 stacks.
For this.
Yep, look at the 2 stacks.
This is going to be a kill. First blood for TA2000.
That's likely, honestly, one of the reasons they probably did pick it. I know it was, oh my goodness. It was Yatoro who was the one who talked about it a bunch, that Void versus Coddle matchup about that dilation. Seeing it already come into play.
You've got to be very careful with your positioning down here and how you pop those spells. Definitely limits some of the chance for this Coddle Undying duo to be as explosive as maybe OG hoped for with the draft. Can be punished.
Enough to stun. Maybe going for Omar here. He's pretty tanky though. I think Taiga has to be careful himself. Omar, he has stick plus fairy fire.
Yeah. Taiga's not going to mess with that.
And Witter, I like that he went this build. He just goes for the uproar instead, and now Taiga might still just go down.
I think he can get him here.
Oh!
Charges in a fairy fire himself. Concoction. Yuragi will get thrown out. Look at the trade. They'll lose Taiga.
Okay.
In turn, Yuragi able to get a kill.
Yuragi went for a bit more greed too. Maybe if he had the acid spray at 2, they actually get the kill a little earlier, but he went for Grievel's greed to get the farm trade-off. Now he'll have that acid spray, so better aggression that's going to be able to happen up there. And yeah, Weeder, he skipped the onslaught at least until later on. For now, he's just going to have the uproar inside the laning phase.
Mid lane so far, we're just seeing.
Oh, nice toss.
He gets some good damage in onto BZM. He punches as well, get him low.
He grabs his own tree as well.
Not quite able to kind of get the chance to get that extra hit in, and then the throw, which may just do it. I mean,
he's ready for slight dodge. He's trying.
True. That's okay. Yeah, BZM. There we go.
Oops, still hits him though. He did it a little early.
How's he doing? Has he got anything coming out from BZM?
Might
looking for that. No, he's last tango in a fairy fire.
This is now going to be pretty rough.
Very low.
Noob has played this to utter perfection. So many denies now. Yeah. He's going to be able to bully quite a lot here versus BZM.
Yeah, BZM can barely step up for the creeps, just relying on the slight.
Yeah, all 3 lanes now looking pretty solid for the side of Ooredoo. Very good at playing these lanes.
Corey, quite happy to battle it out here with Chu.
Oh, is Chu gonna get a stack with that blast as well too? Nice. Maybe that's what he was going for in the first place, but does get it. Noob.
I mean, mid. There's a couple more punches.
He's pinging it. Kaori's here. Oh, BZM.
I mean, Noob, he'll go back to the creeps, and he's happy just knowing that BZM's going to have to take the time to TP back to base and walk out to the lane.
That's just as bad as dying. Doesn't get the gold, of course. Top, Yuragi.
They're going for him. They can chase him down. They can. Final punch there from Wooter takes Yuragi out.
He's struggling a bit on the last hits, too. I thought he'd be able to get a bit better just CSing up here, but they're slowing him down a lot. Excellent start for Ooredoo. Very important for them to have this, too, if you are playing a little bit more of like a later style type of draft, too. TA2000 off to an excellent start. Same thing for that Tiny. And slowing down Yuragi. BZM back to the mid lane. And even though that net worth, or that last hit, the discrepancy is like, you know, a bit there for Noob, he's actually only like, what, less than 200 gold behind on BZM, so.
What's the XP difference, though, looking like? Noob about to hit 6, so he's hit 6.
It's like a half level.
Yeah, half level.
So it's denied.
Top.
Big top.
Oh, Tiger. He's going to get taken down again. Nothing that a concoction from Yuragi could help in that sort of situation.
And they're owning this.
Hey,
I mean,
they continue to get the kills up here. Well, we did 2-0-1.
These two together, they do dominate a lot of their lanes. Like Omar, when he's playing his Rubik, really knows how to push the limits on it. Really good stuff coming out from the side of OT again.
Absolutely, yeah, that last game. You know, kind of before things went rapidly downhill for Ooredoo, Omar definitely showing what he can do on the Rubik.
Yeah. He's got some fun spells to steal this game too. BZM again.
So let's play cautious. Not yet hit the 6.
The runes too. They're double checking Ooredoo. They're here.
This is kind of spooky for BZM. Gets caught by the combo. Has hit the 6.
Glimpse.
Oh, it's going to drag him back, but
he takes the damage.
He couldn't go for any sort of dodge there. Grabs him back, whatever he does. Another kill onto BZM. Yeah, this mid matchup where Noob's getting a decent amount ahead now. Pretty much a full level ahead.
And with the regen, back up to full, continue the pressure, and with, I mean, great rotations. They know that they're winning their side lane, so they can just move those supports quickly to check the rune there. Really good early. I mean, again, Ooredoo just really impressing with that early game movement.
Yeah, the early game, the mid game, they've got to, you know, unlock it. It seems considering what we've seen, but if it goes too late, as we know, last game OG showing that they can come in with the comeback. So not too much despair for OG, even if they do continue to suffer in these early moments. They've shown they can turn it around before.
But this time around, I would say that the Void might have a bit more success in that later type of matchup.
That's true. There's definitely a bit better coverage for Ooredoo in those later portions. A bit easier for the Void to control that stage of the game compared to a Morph in that Morph AM matchup.
Yeah, exactly.
When the AM was as farmed as he was. So.
And they are running, like, you know, this off lane Undying, which can be a bit risky. Bottom, Chu. He's caught, and they have Chrono.
Yeah, they'll drop it. Get an easy kill. May have a chance of getting both of them on. See if some bashes coming from TA2000. He's sure that's got the time dilation as well if he wants to go for it, but doesn't want to push forward too aggressively. TP backup could be coming in. Top lane, Yuragi. He's got to be careful. It's not getting any easier for him to hit the creeps against Wooter and Omar top. This pressure just continuing. Yeah, level 6 as well, hit by Wooter.
This is really impressive stuff. I mean, TA2000, right, getting that level 6 so early on because the rotations that's been coming up from Kaori. That's a 7. That was a 7-minute level 6 Void. Gonna be going for that Mask of Madness. Is gonna be able to solo kill majority. Honestly, like almost all these heroes with the Mask of Madness early on with this type of start.
And Omar being annoying around the mid lane stops BZM from being able to grab the arcane rune. BZM wants to try and go for him. He's got the remnant dropped down. Omar has stick charges at the ready. This isn't going to be as easy as BZM would have hoped for. He has to back away.
Good God, that physical damage from Noob.
I mean, can Corey get a grab here with a glimpse of sorts? There's a few too many around, and BZM topped up on the mana. Could be ready to punch back, but Wooter's also heading over. I won't go for the dive, though. BZM, he'll live this time.
So much aggression. At this point, yeah, I think Kaori can just do whatever he wants. There's no way that they can actually touch the Void bottom with something like Undying Coddle. If they want to pressure the Void at all, they have to bring a different hero down there. So yeah, freedom for the Disruptor to play around Noob constantly. And an instant D-ward as well, too, they get. Crisp. looking though. The stacks, OG, they are prepping for these next moments. They're actually just going to drop the tombstone to farm it. DM wants to just go for at least one of them. Doesn't want to get this stolen away.
It doesn't look like Ooredoo will be sending anyone over to check out what's happening in this area. Nope. Get some damage in onto BZM. He's taking the walk past. And top lane Tiger. Whew. Very easily trampled down there by Wuta.
Ori.
For Corey, should be pretty dead. It's an ambitious TP. It won't work.
Think he's alright with that death. Still free farming on all 3 cores.
Mask of Madness completed, and Chrono back up in 10. So very much can look for kills tier 2000 if OG continue to send heroes down to the bottom lane.
He might just be able to go for that solo kill onto DM.
I think with the Mask of Madness,
yeah, with the
sure.
mom. If he gets like level 3 bash, if he gets a couple of these bashes, should be able to once that flesh golem's out. Rune. Noob.
No, this time around, OG, they're going to make sure that the BZM can get it for himself.
Nice, and it's a really big one for him too. He needs this, so he can look to make some of this space on the map.
Oh, getting him up on the cliff.
Сейчас
Ragi will be able to continue to hit the creeps. Omar will continue to try and steal that. She steals a couple of them there.
How annoying.
BZM and Tiger.
With the DD rune.
They're in ready to back up Uragi and make sure that they can push Ooredoo out of this area. But it looks like the line has been drawn, I think, by Corey, indicating that OG were making their way over. So it looks like Ooredoo should be able to avoid this. Omar, he may be the one to get punished as he does split away from the lane. He'll tell with the telekinesis, but the Curse Crown will catch him. DD on BZM.
Nice and done.
It's a quick job there for OG.
Even though they kind of read the movement, because Chu's like, Chu's sitting there farming in mid lane, so they're like, all right,
Yeah, I
Ember,
knew they were coming.
he's going to be getting active. They knew this was happening, but they get grabbed anyway.
And Woots is able to stay alive, continues to farm under the tower.
DM actually has a hood done, so yeah, maybe TA 2000 can't actually go for the kill with that.
No, not this
too
close
tanky.
under the tower.
Yeah.
No, there's a high chance that OG can TP over, especially with the fact that they made that movement top via the smoke. They know that TPs are available.
Tiger?
I'll drop the Static Storm for Tiger. Gets the Shadow Realm off. Let's see if they've got anything else they do. Glimpse is still there. Tiger's gone.
And that's the blink. They give Noob the last hit, so he's got it finished.
A good time, 11 minutes.
Very early one. Good recovery though. After the first 8 minutes or so, OG have found their footing to get that farm going, and they do have, as we mentioned, those stacks. So Uragi off toward the Ancients. Tombstone dropped down to help him. Tombstone also stole a couple of those last hits, but that'll happen. And he will be getting toward that rating. It's not going to be the fastest one ever, but still an okay timing on it. And now, yeah, just enabling BZM. He's the one who has to have this crazy type of movements around the map to make space for this Alchemist at this point. So just playing the supports around him. The blink.
Now catch them both with the Avalanche and the follow combos there to take down Tiger. BZM. He's got to jump back, but a haste route. Noob, he's in with the chase. Remnants at the ready, though. BZM back under the tower. Noob may dive this.
He puts the ward down.
He's tempted.
He's got the blink.
He wants to go for this.
No
he's going to
way.
get in. And I'll tell you what, he's going to get it.
What a play. What a read. I mean, he put the ward down, but he only saw him for like a hot second, and then he just kept persisting. That was really well played. I mean, Noob, he had this explosive game in the early game last time. He wants to do the same thing. Trying to make a statement after that last game, even though they ended up losing. He's level 11.
He's had a very good time around this mid area of the map.
They'll get the ward, though, for it.
See where he wants to go now. Him and the two supports, Omar and Corey, very much ready to just move around the map and kill heroes as they wish. Tiger. Start making the move onto Omar. Fox is thrown out from Uragi. Deal with the Rubik.
DM was TPing over just to kind of dissuade them from going aggression. He'll stop it, though.
Pretty much got the full pipe coming out soon, DM. So if he is able to back them up when these sort of plays are being made by the two supports and Noob, high chance that he can keep his team alive against the magical they have at this point.
Ramble. They don't have any follow-up, though. Kiori's in the area, too. Same thing for Wheater, who, you know, we mentioned there are some of these annoyances for the Primal Beast pre-BKB. He almost has it, honestly.
I mean, hasn't run into
any issues versus those Brambles yet, and likely to be able to have the answer in most situations because of this farm. OT, really understanding the flow of the game. OG, Miragi, Relic is done. Closer to Radiance, toss back.
They've got the Static Storm to follow up as well. The fear is going to stop some of the potential, really, of to keep hitting on BZM. So BZM's going to be fine. The Chrono's there, but it doesn't catch BZM. Catch the two supports, and with that, they'll be able to deal with them. Chew and Tiger taken down. He wants to go in, and he's going to be able to get it. BZM jumps in, jumps out with the Remnants, takes out Noob.
What a play. Beautiful from BZM. I was about to be like, that is a almost perfect Chrono kind of keeping him alive, but BZM with a clutch little Remnant play. Makes up for everything. He's going for more. Omar.
He's going to get it.
What a
wow. BZM.
Oh, man.
Tiger giving him some love here with the tips.
They are making space. They're doing a great job of making that space for Yuragi.
And we saw very much in the late game, last game, BZM really popping off.
Yes.
Yeah, especially after a slow start this time round. He's determined to make sure that he's not going to have a slow start again. He wants to be flashy from the get-go, and it continues. Bottom lane,
another one.
Another catch. BZM keeping aggressive. On a slight fist will do it. TH1000 is going to look to try and get some kills in return. We'll find Chew. DM out of mana, left behind. A few bashes will do it. DM and Chew.
Did he get like a quad bash on the Coddle? I think Coddle died in like one attack from this void. It looked like that was pretty insane. Yeah, they keep trying to enable BZM with that chakra constantly.
Just following around this Ember Spirit.
Yep.
For the most part, has been doing well for them. It's unfortunate for them that they do get caught. BZM's able to get out. Also, this space, the Radiance is now done on Yuragi, so we'll now start to see should start to see his farm start to skyrocket.
Yeah, he can get involved a little bit, but I think mostly just wait for BKB.
Farming.
Yeah, keep farming, get that BKB. Then you can look to fight almost every single time when it is up. Omar will be able to get himself away. They have this ward up. Probably going to get countered almost instantly, Chew. Very aware of it. DD bottom.
It's a big one, BZM.
Instantly killed.
Oh, okay, not going to have a chance. They've got to make sure, indeed, that Ooredoo continues to do as they have been. Try to control these power runes. Ember Spirit, one of those heroes. Numerous runes that just allow this hero to be insane at this point again. You know, Arcana Haste or a DD, you're getting kills. You got to stop him from getting those.
Same thing for a Tiny, though. All three of those, right?
Yeah.
Those three runes are super potent on these.
That's so important, the power runes.
Yeah.
Point for both teams.
Ward still up on this high ground. They're getting a jump.
It's quick and easy one. They can go for more. But lift up onto DM. TPs are going to be coming in. So Yuragi wants to try and fight this. Tiger does as well. It's actually a buyback from the Willow.
Got the Alk stun rolling up, but
Be a bit out of range. Off to the side. Trying for the fear, but the Static Storm comes into play. Stops Tiger from being able to lay down the ultimate straight away to push them back. BZM jumps in straight towards backlines with the Static Fist, takes down Kaori. The Chrono, but it's only... who's up in the air there? Tiger. It's caught about a few miles above the map there. And the Chrono, it doesn't really do the job.
No.
It doesn't at all. It didn't catch the big one. Didn't get BZM. Now BZM, he's ready to keep chasing, honestly. The chains are back up here thanks to the buff of Chew. Time warp for TO2000.
They got him.
Not going to be able to jump away. It's a triple for BZM. These fights. OG making things very nice for BZM.
So what
BZM's dancing around the fights perfectly, and the Chrono was just caught with the two supports. And I say with the position Tiger was in, I don't think he could even sort of see Tiger to get the hits in onto him. He had to sort of spend time just taking out Chew.
Yeah, he got the Chrono, ran up high ground, and he's like, wait, the Ember's not here. Then he ran back down, he's like, wait, I can't hit this Coddle. Oh god. Yeah, bit of a disaster there for Ooredoo as OG.
This Ember Spirit.
Comfortable spot now.
Yeah, he's why not? Beyond the tier 1 tower, there's nothing really to stop him. That's another kill. Corey's gone.
They just keep buffing him up, keep that chakra going, keep BZM rolling. It's working.
Stick with the Ember, pressure spells on him, and it's working magic here.
And they even have like mech already on Chew as well too. He's been quiet. I mean, getting farm of course from those stacks that he's been doing too, but or his teammates were doing and giving him that extra gold. Yeah, it's a pretty early one for this Coddle.
Yeah, in terms of the build up of Yuragi, what we got, just full strength.
Yep.
Radiance, Sanj, straight into the heart.
Oh, he went Sanj. Okay. I mean, that's a bit greedy, but I mean, maybe feeling... It's probably because after that fight, right? Sometimes you have those moments where it's like, oh, we have a successful fight. I can greed it up a little bit. I can opt to stall out this BKB. And there's no Chronosphere, so he's got a bunch of time.
I mean, and this is the thing, with this sort of Radiance, Sanj, heart build, it's the kind of Chrono me I dare you build, because he's going to have a lot of HP to try and beat through.
They will probably not have enough damage. And he's going to have this heart super early if he does go straight for this. And for right now, Ooredoo, it's a little difficult for them to make an aggressive play after that. No Chrono. They're probably feeling a bit reluctant versus this very potent BZM.
BZM's popping off. It's some obviously on at the moment, 8-2 and 2.
And looking at their lineup also, right? We talked about the mech that was on OG. We didn't touch the, but I mean you did for a second. But DM having the pipe. There's no mech. There's no pipe on the side of Ooredoo. So sure they have lots of damage, but they don't have a way to counteract the damage that's going to be coming out from OG, which is high with this Ember Spirit.
And here we go. You know, from OG, it's just go, go, go. You know, Uragi keep hitting the creeps. The rest of the 4 of them just look for action. How long? Chrono's back up. So we'll have to have that in mind.
Has to be cautious, though, playing versus this Willow, as the Void still problematic without BKB. Taiga in the Roche pit. Places a ward outside. A sneaky one. It's going to spot the Rubik.
Can I do anything with this infight? How's BZM? BZM's starting to head over.
Taiga really wants to go for this type of play, but he's got no help. He's like, I want to go for the solo kill, but I can't. Heart, 800 gold. Done, right? It's 800.
In the mid Taiga. I mean, he really wants to set up some action. Really pushing forward to try and get something going.
They're feeling their strength at the moment. It's a DD on BZM now. Saw what he was able to do even without that, being pumped up from Chu. 4K lead. Alchemist things are starting to happen. Takes the 15 talent too. I really like this 15 talent personally. Acid Spray grants armor. We'll be able to tank up people inside the Chronosphere if he does get it. I really like this one.
Yeah, absolutely against that Chrono. Fantastic.
And he versus the Tiny, who does have an Aghanims. So yeah, honestly, that Acid Spray can counteract a lot of that damage.
They've got that combo. If they get a good Chrono into the tree volley of Noob.
Flashbacks to that TI that had this in every single game, it felt like. BKB, 100 gold away for TA. Bounty Rune gets grabbed. He's going to have it finished. So a timing here for OT. Might look to make a move when that BKB comes out. They got to find BZM, though, and try to slow him down, but he's just very well aware of their movements. 8-2 and 2.
There he goes. Well, you know, you're arguing with the heart done. So what, 21 minutes in? This Hulk's got 3,000 HP.
Oh, my God.
3,000 HP and an incredible amount of health regen, I'd imagine, once the Chemical Rage is popped.
Yeah, Chemical Rage.
If he gets Chemical Rage off, you're just not killing him in a Chrono. No. He's impossible to kill in a Chrono.
Like, all the buffs too, right? Yeah, Acid Spray, the Chemical Rage, the Auras. He is going to be a beast. They're just going to force the fight, too. They're just going into Roche. BZM, I believe BKB is finished, so he's very ready to fight. Can stand through that Disruptor ult. Ooredoo. What do they do here?
Smoke from both sides. OG want to take the fight first.
Taiga is on the high ground, though, so he's going to scout them immediately. He tumbled up here.
Good scouting as they're going to commit in straight away. BZM jumps forward with the double damage, takes out Omar. So Uragi, look towards tier 2000. Damage Storm's going to be dropped down onto Uragi, but you can see they don't want to go on this Alchemist. Off to the side, BZM able to finish off Noob. They've lost 2 on Ooredoo. There'll be a buyback coming out from Omar. OG themselves only losing Taiga. It's a smooth play there. OG, they get the kills.
That was a sick play from Taiga. Tumbling up on the high ground to break the smoke earlier, then he gets the Fear connect. He forces the Void's BKB as a support. Super important that he's able to do that.
I mean, Void as well, he's not around for this, so no chance of kind of going for a Chrono around the pit. They kind of need tier 2000 to be here if they want to try and challenge this, and tier 2000's got no interest of heading over. They're just letting OG take this one.
And he just dies if he goes. He'll just get slight chained and slight chained again from the refresh that comes from Chu, and then he just gets stunned, so... Big windows here, OG.
I mean, we saw in that last fight as well, Uragi, they just had to walk away from him. Nobody wants to go on this Alk right now. It takes too much to bring him down.
And no one wants to go on the Alk, and the Ember Spirit can't actually get caught really at all. And he just pokes them and pokes them and pokes them, does way too much damage at this type of lead. Grove Bow was picked up as a neutral item just before that fight also, so yeah, his damage is ridiculous. Especially when he's constantly getting chakra'd.
Taiga. Trying to set up some action already though. Wuta has made the jump over towards DM. So there's going to be any help for DM. Uragi's heading in and to try and see if he can assist here.
He's alive.
The Soul Rip's off from DM. He's going to be able to heal himself up. And it will be Wuta that's taken down. Godlike now for BZM, 23 minutes in.
A first 2 Ember Spirit that they picked up, and he is completely popping off.
Seemingly having nothing to slow him down this game.
After having, at a disadvantage as well, too, in that mid matchup, so really impressive stuff. He has been enabled a lot, of course, as we keep mentioning from that Coddle, but Still very impressive stuff. And Chu, he's opted to go for the recall very early on, something you don't see picked up too often anymore on this Coddle. But we'll have that option to be able to bring his team all around the map too, so they can answer any type of split push, take all these fights as well too, constantly on OG.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Just taking these towers, nothing that Ooredoo Thunder really want to kind of pull together a defense around, at least not until TO2000 says he's ready.
Yeah, this is
very important to just kind of consider what the Void wants to do at this point. They've got to make plays around the Chrono. It's their only way. BZM is under a sentry, and they'll find him.
That's a big kill.
That was a bit of a greedy move there. I guess just didn't expect them to have that sort of detection in place around this area, and that's a good bit of money going into the hands of TO2000, taking out BZM. Not quite the 2K gold that we saw Uragi able to get last game, but around that 1,000 gold mark.
It gives him an item to be able to answer this Alchemist a little bit. Since he's so tanky, he's going to be queuing up that Scotty, so that will eventually be able to deal with him. But right now, Uragi, still too tanky. 3 minutes on Aegis.
Hitting the tower here.
No Chrono.
What are you gonna do? That's the tree volley. Uragi, he's like, I can walk that off.
Heal coming in from Coddle.
And jump forward from DM. They have to put the BKB on Muta. They got the glimpse back onto Uragi.
He's so tanky.
It's just a little bit too much.
In 10 seconds, Ember Spirit's going to be recalled down here as well, too, so they can keep this going.
I mean, 10 seconds, he's got Chemical Rage back up. Of course, still got the Aegis for 2 minutes.
Yeah, this is hot stuff. I mean, the item build is really clever coming out from Uragi.
I mean, you're going for the AC next. At that point, they're ready to just try and end it.
Yep, and here comes Ember. He's getting recalled, and he's back in the fray. They have 5.
They can dive. They've already dropped the tombstone down beyond the barracks here and making space for them to be able to keep beating into this tier 3 tower. DM as well. And the decay stacks up. Going back Uragi. Jump forward from DM. This full-out aggression here from OG. Continue to dive beyond the tier 3 tower. New creep wave's going to be coming back in a second, so the backdoor protection's going to be taken down. Wuta's gone. I mean, they're 2 dead. They haven't got buyback. As TO2000 will jump in, he gets the kill onto Chu, but 2 are dead on Ooredoo. Tree volley is pretty big. It's enough to take down Tiger. It's a static storm. It's there. Oh, the toss.
Oh, no.
He tossed him out of the static storm, so he's actually still able to get the concoction off here, Uragi.
And he gets the tower. Still standing his ground. Still has Aegis.
Just walking in circles around them. I see them coming with a buyback from Wuta. Another concoction thrown back the way of TO2000. They're desperately trying to take this Alchemist down the once. They'll finally get him once. That's the Aegis gone. Are they going to be ready for round 2? I don't know. Chemical Rage is going to be back up in 5 seconds.
Wait, what the hell was that?
But what happened?
Did you not see where he respawned? He died. Which thing was it? Was it a toss? Was it?
It must be a toss or a glimpse or something.
Toss as he died. Wait.
Check the replay.
We'll check the replay. Because he respawned on the right side, but he died on the left. I guess the glimpse, he died from the damage on the right. He died from the damage on the right, but the glimpse took him to the left, but he died before the glimpse. I don't know what the hell happened. That was weird. They were all set up around him, and he spawned on the right side. Okay. They'll be able to waltz away. I think they probably can't kill him anyway, but...
Sure. Yeah, I mean, well...
Okay, that was weird. I love seeing weird stuff. Maybe I'm blind, just completely saw it wrong, but... Back to the business. OG, right back to the bottom lane. They've got the racks exposed. There is a Chrono available, though, now, and TA2000 does have his Scotty finished up.
Okay, and Uragi's got the AC and 500 gold, I think.
Okay, wow.
500 gold AC there. Courier's definitely 50 seconds, though, so he'll have to wait that long at least to be able to maneuver it out to him.
OG understanding the advantage that they're at, though, now, too. Buying a gem, buying these items to keep enabling and boosting up the Alchemist 2 DM. He's got Lotus queued up. BZM, yeah, did you point out BZM has a blink dagger? Pretty cool.
I think, no, I did not.
So just to be able to jump, I guess, into this backline a lot easier and stuff like that, too. Very cool.
All right. And, I mean, also, of course, it is the, if you quicken the fingers, the best way to dodge getting Chrono.
Absolutely.
You see that Void time walking in, you're blinking out.
Omar?
He's going to get jumped up on here. Let's see if there's anything they can do to help him out. DM's still alive, surviving through this all. Pots the pipe. They'll grab him and finally smash him out. Here, Wuta has already the fight. I mean, they can keep this going, OG. BZM Uragi, they're ready to enter the fight from the side. The chains catches onto both Wuta and TA2000. That's Wuta gone. TA2000 pots the BKB, still has the Chrono to play with Uragi.
He's too tanky.
Put the cell stun, and indeed TA2000, even though he has the Chrono ready, he doesn't want to try and fight this Alchemist. Knows that the damage is not there. 3 heroes down on Ooredoo Thunder. They again just have to walk away from the Alch.
He's just, wait, even versus the Scotty. And so now AC, as you said, it's done. Relentless aggression, OG, just jump up. They really, when they get the scan connection, they just fully push forward. Great chains coming out from BZM. 13 and 3 and 5, continuing to just own 18 out of 20 of the kills. It's been because of him.
So what they want to go for next. Still tier 1 to be taken on the top lane.
They still do have, I mean, they're still going to have some pretty crazy damage. If they're able to get the connections perfectly, because Noob, is he going to go for the straight data? I think he is going to go straight dataless. Yeah, he's got it done, actually. So
all right.
He's got Ags dataless. So
I mean,
if they get a big chrono,
it's a lot.
It's a lot of
maybe
damage.
enough to kind of scare the Alchemist.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, he just got the dream item.
What's he got?
He got a Paladin Sword on the Alchemist.
Oh, there we go.
Even more healing. A solo kill Taiga is able to find.
Yeah, we've got to check sort of like how much health regen he's pumping when he's got the chemical rage going. It's going to be a lot.
He was at 120 before, about 120, so should be sitting at what, like 140 something-ish without having all the allies behind him.
I'll see. So as you say, dataless done on Noob. DM going to be gone upon here. Tiger, nothing he can do to save him.
He is very far from his team there. That's just a free pick off there for OT. Yeah, they'll tip him for that one.
I mean, for Ooredoo, is there any sort of pressure on them to be proactively looking to make plays with this kind of chrono tree volley combo? Or is it best for them to sort of just keep farming on the void and the tiny and wait for OG come to them?
I mean, they still scale very hard, so I think they can sit a little bit back and be a bit relaxed. Sure, it's 12k lead, but they do have that scale potential on these two cores. Just have to play it very patient.
Another blink picked up here from OG. Uragi also opt to play with it.
20 talent has been picked up for TA2000, so even more damage. He's got that attack speed in Chronosphere now.
Radiant are scared.
These Chronos are going to be pretty much everything, it feels like, for Ooredoo. If they're able to get multiple heroes, it's probably just going to be a clear wipe. And especially if the Tiny is alive, if Noob's able to get a full volley.
Yeah.
OG might have to look to prioritize stopping that tree volley somehow, or just getting vision of Noob if there is a Chrono to come out.
Roshan, it's under a minute until it's back up.
It's a big
OG,
one.
they'll go for the smoke. They want to try and secure a fight before Roshan respawns.
They've got some big stuff too. BZM, he has an Arcane Rune. He has hit 20. On the flip side, Noob, he also hits a big timing. He just hits 20 with his Grow talent.
Uragi, see if he can get the blink jump. He's in. Time to get on top of Wuta. They'll force Wuta off to the side. They're going to get caught by the fear from Tiger. Uragi continues to try and push forward. BZM is just in on the backlines. Commits it with the BKB.
Uragi
Takes down Kaori. Grab onto Uragi. TA2000 drops the Chrono. He's caught the two of them. They're trying to take down this Alchemist, but he's pretty tanky. Uragi is still alive. They'll charge past him. He's going to be able to target the concoction up. Finally, Uragi falls. TA2000, though, caught by the root Noob. In with a tree volley. Takes out the two of them. As both of them gone, it's just down to DM and Tiger. BZM's in with the buyback, though. Knows that they can continue to try and push this fight in their favor. And with that buyback, they certainly will. OG, they will get the major cleanup. It does cost them the buyback commitment there from BZM.
Looked like he might not have actually had to use it there either. It looked like they were kind of cleaning up, so I don't know. I mean, Ooredoo, I feel like they're not too upset about that one. A pretty good fight for them, taking down the Alchemist.
Roshan's back up, so at least for OG, I mean, I guess without the Alc actually is a little too difficult to go for, so high chance that everybody's going to be back up.
They'll be able to commit into it, though. Chrono's still going to be on cooldown for quite some time, so OG likely to just be able to waltz into pit and get the Rosh out of that one. So Ooredoo, even though the fight may be slightly, very slightly kind of in favor for them because like that buyback and stuff like that, OG, they're probably just going to get the Roshan because of this.
Clean up the tower top, BZM. Get a bit more space around this area of the map to go for such objectives, and he'll start it off now as the Uragi's going to be heading over in a few seconds. How's the Eon disc done on BZM? So I imagine he'll also take the Aegis, right? History his buybacks gone, or do you think with the Eon disc they'll maybe let the Aegis go down to Uragi?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I feel like Uragi might just need it. I really do.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I think with BZM buying the Eon disc, yeah indeed, yeah. Uragi takes it, BZM's got the Eon.
He is the focus fire. He's the focus target, so he kind of has to have it.
Yeah. Like, you to kill this out, you have to commit the Chrono and just focus him down. And as they did in the last fight, they're going to be doing that again. Uragi for sure. He's going to be tanking the Chronos.
The flames rush forth.
Even more HP regen now also on Uragi if he does get his Berserk potion off before any type of play happens. Could just have like 200 HP per second or so.
Mid. DM again, a little away from the team.
He's getting picked off quite a few times this game like that. Now Ooredoo looking to try to find more. They have Chrono available. Noob can TP if he's wanted. Or TA can TP if he's wanted. And Noob now has a BKB. So he can probably just freely get his tree volley off every single one of these fights.
Yeah, I mean, we saw last fight, just been able to get in with the blink. Pretty much instantly deletes 2 heroes with that tree volley combo.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Game is pretty even though there is that gold lead for OG.
Yeah, I mean, there's always, you know, they're obviously what amplified by the fact that there's an Alchemist in play.
They're of course like ahead, but it's a risky position too, with like Ember having no buyback and stuff. It's caught in this like weird chrono play.
Oh. Tiger, try and set something up here for the team. Wutu and Omar. Noob, I mean, Noob thinking about jumping in, and indeed with the tree volley, a couple of trees take Tiger down immediately. They want to try and fight this. Iragi coming in onto Noob, a toss back. Don't allow him to walk away. Wutu's got him pretty deep in an effort to take down Chu. He'll have to put the BKB himself and go for the TP out to get away from this one.
The gem's still on the floor. Nobody from Ooredoo took it. Won't be able to take away OG's gem. Tiger buys back to go recover it. And he will. Nice kill. They didn't really have to pop too much. Just a BKB from Witzer, forcing a buyback on Tiger.
I mean, and then on sort of the other side of things, do you think there is some pressure for OG to kind of keep the tempo up and not fall behind?
Yeah, at some point it's likely they will just get outscaled from this Void plus this Tiny. Maybe. I mean, there's also a chance that like Iragi can just start feeding Aghanims and stuff like that, and this craziness starts happening. But for the most part, they do have a very strong scaling lineup with that Tiny who's able to always keep position.
Another tier 2 falls.
Gonna look to poke a little bit here.
Still got 2 minutes on the Aegis.
Glyph is actually on cooldown, so they probably can just push this tower.
Nobody in the base at the moment.
They might be able to try to force more. At least once they force reaction, we'll see what they opt to do.
Iragi just casually tanks the full tree volley.
I think he keeps going.
226.5 HP regen on this out.
That's even without the Berserk Potion. He'll be at like 270 or something crazy. Rax is dropping.
Doesn't seem to be a lot they can do. They're just letting this top Rax go. They'll try and slow it a little bit, but the Chemical Rage wearing off, Uragi does back off, so they won't immediately finish the melee Rax. But looks like they'll still be allowed to. Already make the executive decision to just hold back from the defense there.
Okay. Bit interesting. Not even wanting to have the Tiny back there to try to slow it down with any more tree volleys or anything like that. Yeah, we'll just give it up. Maybe feeling that they can fight and deal with, you know, any type of these momentum that comes out. We did see OG, of course, play versus Megas, play versus Raxdown. Noob going all in on the damage. Is he gonna get caught? Seems to be okay. Cooldown on TP though, 12 seconds. Yeah, he's fine. How's the Disruptor been farming? I saw Kaori, he had the Optimistic Ags queued up. He is 2.5 components on that Disruptor Ags too, so.
I see tier 2000, very, very close to pretty much having this refresher done.
He's very farmed. Refresher is done, right? And he's got the MKB queued up to deal with that bit of evasion, of course, that comes out from Radiance.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So what OG do now with the sort of duration of the Aegis coming to an end?
How long on this buyback too? Ember still about 2 minutes, and he has spent his gold. Full Shivas is done.
Have they got some sort of smoke?
None on the...
No, probably not going to make a move right now, OG, unless they've got some coming out in the courier. It's going to be Ooredoo that hits out with the smoke. Yeah, Tiger's just picked up a smoke actually, so
okay. I think it just
they do want to go.
Up. Yeah, they do want to look for some type of fight here.
I got a DD rune as well.
Ooh. That's a big one to have and a big one to deny away from something like that. If the Tiny has DD, they're just going to destroy the fight, so...
Because did Noob pick up the second crit?
Not yet, no.
Not yet, okay.
But his damage is still
it's still
absolutely
insane, yeah,
ridiculous.
if he can land the trees.
600 without crits. BZM level 24. Very high level on this Ember Spirit. Smoke not going to be able to find anything.
A bit too difficult for Ooredoo to charge in like that.
Yeah, OG, they still have their smoke. Neutral items being picked up.
Damage.
Yuragi has swapped out also his Paladin Sword, so he's got Trickster Cloak, so a little bit more evasion and stuff to deal with this Void too. Doesn't really care about HP regen at this point, just needs to not get brought down inside Chrono. Going for the wraparound. Actually charging the stun up already on Yuragi, hoping that they were hoping to get someone on this ward.
That won't be the case, Ooredoo. Continuing to farm and try and stay out of harm's way.
Did a good job of it. Void getting pretty ridiculously farmed.
They're going to find Corey.
Pick. Can they find more? There's a ward on high ground.
BZM's going to try.
They spot his items also too with that ward, so they're like, okay, watch out the Aeon Disc and stuff like that. So Void always having to be careful. Did they find... No, they did not get the Witchbane. So Void won't have that option to be able to just Witchbane off these Aeon Discs and stuff inside of that Chrono. We'll find the Ninja Gear though, which honestly was kind of a game winner last time for the side of OG. Not the same hero, of course, as a Void, as an anti-mage when you're at that type of level, but you could definitely see some good positioning because of it. Noob playing very deep.
Yeah, was able to farm some Ancients on OG's side of the map. Let's see if we get some...
Taiga! He finds him!
And TPs are coming immediately in to deal with him. He tries to cut the wave, put the BKB. He's going to try and punch his way out of this. We'll take out Tiger, but it costs him his life there. OG immediately responding to punish this Tiny trying to cut the creep waves.
So worth it for Taiga. I mean, he showed himself a little bit too long. He hung around. Gets caught too. Great play from Taiga.
And the question is, 80 seconds, can they push this buyback out?
They probably want to try to force something for sure. At least get some like aggressive, more... I mean, actually, they have pretty good vision down already. Roche, though, 15 seconds or so. We'll find out how long it is. Taiga, I mean, both games has had an extraordinary amount of deaths, but it feels like his impact has been pretty high. I mean, last game, what, he was like...
good deaths.
Last game he was, what, like 3 and 20? This one he's 3 and 14, so it's similar, but that catch in itself is, like, absolutely incredible. And it looks like BZM, for now, we'll see if, depending on situation, since he's got the components already almost for an Octarine, because of that Aeon Disc lock, he can actually just finish the Octarine and then go back for the Aeon Disc at some point if he feels like it. Roche, 10 seconds.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Disruptor
attack.
Aghanims. So, bit of a game changer always if he's able to find... If he's able to survive and get it off. The problem for Kaori this game really has been BZM. BZM literally just goes straight for him every single team fight, so still could be hard even though it's such a good item to actually just get it off. And yeah, Roche now going to be started. A Wraith Pact also picked up for Chu, so that's actually a really good pickup versus something like the Tiny if that ends up clipping him at all. And Roche dies way too fast. Aghanims number 1. Free one for BZM, the Dream.
And they're still smoking up this area, Ooredoo, but fighting into an OG that's just picked up this fresh Aegis and cheese is very difficult. To land perfect Chronos, and probably have to be 2 of them.
Yeah, it really is all that pressure on TA 2000, it feels like this game.
These Chronos have to be huge.
Chronos have to be huge, and Noob has to be in position, because it can't just be the Void to do this damage, it needs to be followed up with the Tree Volleys. Yuragi finding a nice rune, of course, Illusion being picked up, so he's farming all over the place. 9,000 gold on the Alchemist. Maybe since he's...
What's he going to consider?
I mean, he's lacking some... He's got no slots, so maybe now it might start being soon time to buy Aghanims. Willow almost has one done.
True.
Shoes is nice. The Will-O-Wisp is pretty sweet. Or he can, you know, buy the Abyssal and then swap items out and stuff like that, and then eventually go back for Aghanims and stuff. He's got options. Close to 25 as well. So yeah, hard position now for the side of Ooredoo. Or even though they got all the scaling and stuff like that, OG also does have immense scaling, and yeah, they have to land these Chronos kind of perfectly. Yeah, tipping Tiger. I mean, 14 deaths, but you know his impact's absolutely been there.
Back in the game, should be good to go. Here we have it.
Alrighty. 4 minutes and 20 seconds on Aegis. Difficult for Ooredoo to make a move.
Going full in on the purchases as well. Seeing here from TO2.
Did he commit? Oh,
He did, so
okay,
no buyback.
okay. No boots, no buyback.
Taking the risks, I mean, just goes to show, you know, very much how Ooredoo recognize the tough position they're in here. I've got to take these chances.
Definitely scary for him. If he just gets caught by some type of fear from distance or something from the Willow, just gets changed, then it could just be it. OG playing it calm.
I mean, yeah, at the same time, they know that Ooredoo's going to be waiting for them, very prepared.
Radiant's bottom barracks are
Farming
under
literally the whole
attack.
map. I mean, BZM using his Ags to just jump around all over the place too to keep that farm going.
Yeah, I imagine it's just sort of a case of maybe you're just wanting to spend up on his next time. I mean, no, okay, they're
10,000
the smoke now.
10,000.
Sitting on the money. Obviously, right now it doesn't really have a slot for that item.
No.
The Aegis in play.
Looking to get a grab, looking to get a
We've got the
catch.
concoction building up. He's going to be able to start on somebody. He finds Wooter. Straight away they got onto Wooter. The Static Storm gets laid down out to the side. The Chrono's there. They're looking down BZM. BZM will be able to put the Eondis together. If he can live long enough, he's out with the remnants. He's away. TA2000 trying to stand his ground with the BKB. You're able to get another concoction now down to the low ground. Jump forward from BZM and he's able to take him down. As that's going to be Omar out, no buyback available for him. DM in on the high ground, TA2000 pots the refresher. Second BKB and it's a second Chrono, and that'll do it to take down BZM. And by the looks of it, DM as well. Now he can turn over towards Uragi. No, he can't. BZM is back in with the buyback, commits forward. They've got no buybacks available on Ooredoo Thunders. As it's just Noob left alive, it's game over. GG is called. OG, they'll shut down this game too, and they look good doing it.
Yeah, this Alchemist last pick seemed like a really good answer, and honestly, I love the itemization. He realized at some point, he's like,